You don't have to like musicals to appreciate how good this musical is. 4 stars or better on Letterboxd, Singin' in the Rain, 1952. It's the late 1920s in Hollywood. We meet two stars of cinema, Don Lockwood and Lena Lamont. They're the stars of silent film because talkies haven't come out yet. However, while they're making their next picture, a talkie does come out, and it's The Jazz Singer, which really came out in 1927, I believe, and is the first big talkie and was a hit. And once that movie came out, it made it hard for silent films to exist in the same space because people wanted to hear these talkies. So we pick up Don and Lena, they're stars at Monumental Pictures, as Monumental Pictures is trying to figure out how they're going to compete with The Jazz Singer. So they are going to move into talkies. And that sounds all well and good until we hear the sound of Lena's voice. Lena has a voice that's best described as a tough hang. Not a great accent, not a great pitch, just not a great voice. And it didn't matter in silent film because we didn't hear her voice. And it didn't matter in the press because, for the most part, Monumental Pictures made sure that she wasn't able to speak to the press out loud on a microphone. But now they want her to sing. They want her to talk. They shoot a film with her voice, and they do a test screening of it, and people laugh. They laugh at parts that they should not be laughing at. They're laughing at her voice. Meanwhile, Don meets this other woman who he falls for. And turns out she has a great voice. Her character name is Kathy, played by Debbie Reynolds. Don gets the great idea that if we use her voice and dub it in for Lena's voice, now we'll get a hit on our hand. We'll get this first movie out. And then after that, Kathy can just go on and be a star on her own. It's a really good comedy. Like, they've got good comedic bits in it. And then on top of that, you have some of the best song numbers with a comedic bit in it that I've ever seen. The reason I think everybody should watch this film, or even if you don't watch this whole film, if you just watch one segment, I want you to watch Donald O'Connor performing Make 'Em Laugh. It's a pretty good song. Make 'Em Laugh, Make 'Em Laugh. Pretty good song. But man, oh man, what a performance while he sings it. There are flips. There are pratfalls. He does some stuff with his face that would make Clayface jealous, to be honest. Although I guess Clayface would be jealous of anyone with a good-looking face. But nonetheless, he's able to maneuver his face around in just some really amazing, funny, comical ways while singing a song and doing a spectacular dance. As I make these 4 stars or better videos, I definitely touch on movies I like, and I like Singing in the Rain. I legitimately like Singing in the Rain. But I also think Singing in the Rain is very important for cinema and the history of cinema and your cinematic education. Because I like to think sometimes that you're watching these videos and I'm giving you a little bit more than just, hey, these are movies I like. I like to think that maybe I'm opening you up to some information that you didn't necessarily know. And also, some of my information is completely wrong because it's stuff I'm just making up as I talk into a little microphone from my office. But check out Singing in the Rain, 1952. This is 4 stars or better on Letterboxd. You can see all the movies I've given at least 4 stars or better to on Letterboxd by checking out the playlist. And if you want another musical to check out, because maybe you're just tiptoeing into the world of musicals, check out Purple Rain. I talked about that one as well.